Hey there, buddy. CFL Jim here with some very interesting, fun, nice things to talk about as we are in the tumultuous part of the CFL season. There's a lot going on, there's a lot of people saying a lot of things, and I think it's nice to just come back down to earth every once in a while and talk about the teams, the vibes, how everything's going. So here are my week 18 to week 19 power rankings of these CFL. At number 9, I have the Ottawa Red Blacks. I feel like every season we come in with hope for this Ottawa team, and every season those hopes are slowly but surely dashed away. Just a complete failure of a season, I would argue. They showed flashes, they showed moments, but they couldn't do anything of substance throughout the whole season, and that's what lands them here at the number 9 spot. At number 8, to the Toronto Argonauts, eliminated from the playoffs. From winning the Grey Cup to eliminated from the playoffs. Oh, how they have fallen. And also, you're lucky I didn't put you last place for just the vibes we've had all season. They even had a good crowd last week, but it's just sadly not there here. And, the whole issue with Chad Kelly, whatever, the fact that they kind of strung it along almost makes me want to put them even lower, like 8.5 out of 9. Just not good. Not good from Toronto all season. Maybe like a little hump there for a while. We're just like, oh, this team's coming along. They're doing some interesting things. They're having all these cool comebacks, but just not a good team. At number 7, the Edmonton Elks. Now, you want to talk about a team that plays with heart, plays with fire, plays to win. You got the Edmonton Elks here. Unfortunately, they didn't do a lot of the winning thing. They just don't. This team, as hard as they play, as much as they make you want to root for them, they continually find ways to lose games. And that's what's going to land you here at a 7 spot. It's a tight race here in the middle, don't get me wrong. They're not that far from the teams above them. Honestly, though, they're also not that far from the teams below them. Sadly, the Trey Ford stuff just hasn't been working. It didn't work early on. Cody Fajardo, as much as I love the guy, does hold on to the ball for quite a long time with an offensive line like you have at Edmonton. It's a recipe for not always success. And, just continually finding new and interesting ways to lose is going to line you up here in the bottom half of this league. And at number 6, you have the Calgary Stampeders. Of course, they start the season red hot. However, the last few games I've seen out of them, they just leave a lot to be desired. They seem sluggish almost while they're playing, and I just don't see a lot of consistent good out of the Calgary Stampeders at the moment. They're kind of, I would say, limping into the playoffs a little bit. They're coming in a little bit sluggish. Maybe they'll have the moments of the playoffs being a new season and they'll be able to turn it up. But right now, I have little to no faith in this Calgary Stampeders team, and that's what gets them there at number 6. At number 5, it brings us to the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Now, let me tell you, Bo Levi Mitchell, man, oh man, that guy can sling a football. They are fun. It was nice to see him bounce back this week after a humiliating loss to the Bombers. But good job against the Argos there. I like this team, but I don't like this team. And really, that's the story of the Hamilton Tiger Cats and my viewing experience with them over probably the last 3 or 4 years. I want to fall in love. I want to be head over heels for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. And I just continually, they do something. They slip up. They forget my coffee in the morning. They don't get me roses when I expect them to. And it just disappoint me time and time again. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for them to disappoint me again. At number 4, it's the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. These Blue Bombers, man, talk about a team heating up at the right moment. The defense is playing lights out. Zach Collaros is looking pretty darn good. And now I'm just waiting for them to make another Grey Cup run where they lose in agonizing, disappointing fashion in the championship game. You know what's going to happen. Just be ready for it. That's why they're number 4. Because the disappointment I'm going to have when this team makes the Grey Cup will be immeasurable and will be cavernous. At number 3, we're going to have the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Now, do they win pretty? No. But this team keeps winning. I keep watching them, and I keep calling them sloppy. But they keep ending up winning. And you know what? That's something you can't say about the Roughriders in years prior. The fact that they keep on winning gives me hope. Usually about this point in the season, you would be all, oh my God, are they even going to make the playoffs, where they kind of ramp back in and then, they heat it up, maybe win a playoff game and eventually fall to the Bombers. But now they're setting up to potentially find themselves in first place with a bye, and who knows? Anything can happen with a bye. This team, they're not pretty, but man, they keep winning. And number 2, I know people might get on me for this one, but I'm going to have the Montreal Alouettes. Now, they didn't play this week, but I'm still swooning. I'm sweating. I'm lustful for what I saw from the Montreal Alouettes last week. 2 weeks ago, I guess. They look like a brand new team. They look hot. They look like they were firing on all cylinders. They look like the Alouettes from 2 years ago, and that just gets me flowing. It makes me feel so good. I cannot wait to see more of them. I'm so excited. The CFL couldn't be getting, the playoff race right now couldn't be getting hotter for me. And at number 1, after that dominating performance, I'm going to put the BC Lions. The BC Lions, folks. This team, when they are on, especially on offense, they can score so fast, so much, so thrustfully, so erotically, that it is must-see TV every single week. And I feel like they could turn it on just like that, just on a switch, and it's something beautiful to watch. This team has a magic aura, and they're feeling themselves right now. The BC Lions, the hottest team in the CFL. Make sure you book it. Once again, my rankings are the Ottawa Red Blacks, the Toronto Argonauts, the Edmonton Elks, the Calgary Stampeders, the Hamilton Tiger Cats, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, the Saskatchewan Roughriders, the Montreal Alouettes, and the BC Lions. We got some fun games coming up this week. We have a playoff race that's red hot, and the CFL couldn't be in a more magical place. So before all these changes come in, I'm going to reiterate, watch every single second you can. Maybe they're doing big brain stuff on this, but I'm not even worried about that. Embrace every second of the CFL we have right now while we have it. I'm CFL Jim. I'll see you next time, buddy.